Am I the a-hole for making my partner think I walked away from my job after all the criticism they gave me? My husband, 28M, and I, 27F, have been together for 7 years, married for 3. He earns more than me, so I try to contribute more around the house to balance things. That said, I work in finance and cover all my own expenses, rent, medical and life insurance, debt payments, and our household would definitely feel the pinch if we had to rely on just his income. On top of that, I manage all our finances. I pay bills, budget, handle our debt repayment plan. It's my field, so it makes sense, but it's still work. I work remotely for a foreign company, so my hours are from 4 p.m. to midnight, 5 days a week. It's not ideal, but it's stable, pays well, and I've made my schedule known to everyone in my life, especially my husband and his close friends. Recently, my husband planned a dinner with a friend, his friend's girlfriend, and me. Despite knowing my work schedule, they scheduled it for next Friday. I reminded him I can't just step away from work on a Friday, especially since I have a recurring client meeting every Friday night at 8 p.m. It's an important one, and Friday is already the most deadline-heavy day of my week. I've told all of them this before many times, but they just ignore it. Again, they're all free the whole weekend. It would literally cost them nothing to move the dinner to Saturday, but they refuse. I'd skip it if I could, but anytime I don't show up, they guilt-trip me for days. I'm tired of being made to feel like I'm ruining everyone's fun when I'm just trying to do my job. So when my husband brushed it off and basically implied that my job wasn't a big deal, I snapped. That was the final straw. I felt like no one was taking me seriously, least of all the person who's supposed to be my partner. Here's where I might be the AH. I decided to get a little petty. I had a day with no meetings, so I stayed in my PJs and made it look like I was just playing video games all day. My desk faces a wall, so unless he walks up right behind me, he can't see my screen. Every time I heard him approach, I'd minimize my work programs and pull up a game screen. Eventually, he asked what I was doing, and I told him I'd quit my job. I said it was stressing me out too much, and that since it clearly didn't matter, I figured it wasn't worth it anymore. He panicked. He freaked out about the finances, about me quitting without telling him, and I just kept repeating that it shouldn't be a big deal if my job wasn't important. After some arguing, he stormed off into the other room to clear his head. I kept working in secret. After a while, I got tired of the act and told him I hadn't really quit. He got even angrier. Now he's out taking a walk to cool down, and I'm left wondering if I went too far. I didn't mean to push him over the edge. I just felt completely unheard. I've had this same conversation for years now. I've tried calmly explaining, I've asked nicely, and I've been dismissed every time. No one cared how hard it was for me until they thought it might cost them something. I wanted him to feel the weight of what he was ignoring. So yeah, maybe I was petty, maybe a little dramatic, but I also feel like it was the only time anyone actually paid attention. I don't want to have to go to these lengths to be heard, but if I don't say anything, nothing changes. So, am I the a-hole? Am I the